tell you what you can do. Don't let nobody tell you what you can be. You gon' be alright. You gon' be alright.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, and today we will be having a piercing 101. Okay, I was having a conversation with a friend and I was telling her about all the type of piercings that I've had. She was like, girl, you need to do a one-on-one video. So guess what? I'm doing a one-on-one video. Before we get into the video, I need you guys to go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Hit the button down there and turn on those post notifications so you know whenever your girl posts a video, okay? My first official piercing that was done by a licensed piercer, it was my belly ring. So I got my belly ring when I was in, I want to say 11th grade. And I was like one of the first people at my high school to actually go and get a piercings. I like doing things out of the ordinary. I like doing things that other people won't probably do, just because I just do what I want to do. I do things I like regardless of, people's opinions. So, of course, I'm a BBW, and you don't typically see BBWs with belly rings. Anyways, of course, I was smaller than, but whatever, I was still chippy. So, I went and got my belly ring, and I had a little pink one in, and it was so cute, and I loved it so much. The belly ring, it really didn't hurt. Like, they took, and I had already did a little research on it anyway. So what they did was they took I forgot what it was called, but it looked like scissors, but it didn't have like the sharp part on it. They took it and they clipped like where my navel is and like the skin above my navel. They clipped it and they put a rubber band around it to hold it in place. And then this is a moment that changed everything for me when it comes to piercings. So she did this breathing technique. She told me to breathe in, and then she told me to breathe out. And when I was breathing out, that's when she stuck the needle in. I don't know if that was why my piercings did hurt, or if I just have a high pain tolerance. I don't know what it is, but every time I did that breathing technique, the piercings didn't hurt most of the time. I'm gonna get to that part, y'all. Anyways, so I breathed in, breathe out. She stuck it in. It was literally like a pinch. I promise you. I would not lie to you. Like, it really was like a pinch. And then she took the needle that she used. It had a hole in it. So she pushed the needle through, and she put the belly ring in the opposite end and pulled it through, screwed it on. Boom, I had my belly ring. So I kept that belly ring for about, I want to say 6 or 7 months, but like towards the end, it started splitting, and it started splitting because right where my belly ring was is where I pulled my pants up to, because of course, I pulled my pants up over my stomach, whoop-de-doo. But it kept rubbing against it, and I think that is kind of what made it split. I don't know if it was just my body rejecting it, but it eventually started splitting to where it had only a little bit of tiny piece of skin that was holding it on to it. So I just went ahead and took it out just to avoid it, just splitting completely. So I took it out and let that spot heal up. Now, my next piercing was my tongue. That was my next piercing. I didn't get another piercing. I had the belly ring, and it was either 11th grade or 12th grade. I said 11th grade, but I think it was 12th grade. But then my next piercing was my tongue piercing. I got that freshman year of college as an act of rebellion. So my tongue piercing, I got it in Mobile at a place called Chaos. And I researched it too, and I talked to a bunch of people, y'all. That tongue ring hurt. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Like the little scissor thing that I was telling y'all about, that was squeezing so bad. So what he did was he gave me a cup of, I think, like some kind of mouthwash. So I washed my mouth out, and he took a paper towel and dried my tongue, and my tongue was just hanging out like that because I couldn't put it back in my mouth after he had already prepped and prepared it, because he had put the dye like where the piercing was gonna go. And then he put the tongue thing on, the scissor thing on. That hurt too. That hurt a lot. And then he stabbed it. Like, it did not feel good. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. A lot of people say, oh, it don't hurt. It just feel like you bite your tongue hard. No. That tongue ring hurts. It definitely hurts. And the healing process sucked. because for one, it's certain things you can't eat, like you can't eat dairy, you can't eat like things that are too cold. But some people say you put ice on it, but ice didn't really help me because like my tongue was swollen, and they put a bar that's like that long in your mouth. So mine's like the bar was in, but it kept resting up against the bottom of my teeth, and that my bottom gum in my mouth, my bottom teeth, that hurt because it just kept rubbing up against it, and that hurt. And then like the actual like piercing part hurt. I was trying to eat sushi. Like it was just horrible. I couldn't eat. It was horrible. Like, and that went on for like, I want to say probably like 3 to 5 days. That whole healing process hurted, but once it hit like the week mark and beyond, it started getting easier and easier to the point where I think at like the 2-week mark, I think the 2 or 3 week mark, I actually got to put a shorter bar in, so that one wouldn't be rubbing up against my gum, and that made it better. So I kept that one for a while. I really liked my tongue piercing, but the reason that I took my tongue piercing out is because like I had a bunch of different bars. I had like plastic bars, plastic balls, metal bars, like all that. This particular moment, I remember I was standing in my grandma's kitchen. I had metal balls and a metal bar in, and I was eating. Some kind of way, my tongue got like twisted up with my food, and I bit down on it. I bit down on the piercing, and it cracked my tooth on the left side right here. It's still like cracked because I haven't got it fixed yet, because I mean I don't feel the need to because it's in the back. But it cracked my tooth. I got so mad that it cracked my tooth. I literally took the tongue ring out right then and threw it away. And that was the end of my tongue piercing. That was literally the end of my tongue piercing. Like, I have a mirror, like my mirror is right here, so that's why I keep looking to the side. Actually, I skipped the piercing. I skipped this piercing. I'm sorry, guys. If I don't say I'm out of order, please forgive me. So, I got my lip pierced for my 18th birthday. And I actually kept that one the longest. This one I kept for 4 years. I only kept my tongue ring for 6 months. I kept my lip piercing for 4 years, actually. That one, that's why you can still see the hole, because I kept that one so long. And it's actually still open from the outside. It's closed from the inside, but it's still open from the outside. That one did not hurt at all. My lip piercing was done by the same person who did my belly ring when I was in high school. And yeah, the belly ring was 11th grade. Now it makes sense. And the lip ring was 12th grade. So I got it for my 18th birthday. And a lot of people like have been getting like the piercings like right here and stuff and up there. But I wanted this one. Like, I wanted it down far like that. She literally barely got it down like right here, just because of the way you have to pierce it. And she thought I wanted it up here, but I wanted it down there. So this one literally did not hurt. She did the same like scissor thing and stabbed it through with the breathing technique, and it didn't hurt at all. That healing, it only took about 2 weeks. And no, it didn't even take that long. And mine didn't even swell up. Like, some people, like, lips swell up when they get their lip pierced. My lip didn't swell up at all. It was, like, literally normal. It was literally normal. It was like it was meant to be. Took about a week. It didn't hurt at all. I just kept it clean with the sea salt. The sea salt, like, you get the sea salt grinder, or you can get the sea salt spray. Yeah, the sea salt spray was better for another piercing. I'm gonna tell y'all about that one. But for like my my lip piercing, my belly ring, and my tongue ring, I actually used the sea salt. I actually also used Dial soap on my belly ring as well. I just got the hand soap because I needed antibacterial, so I just got the hand soap. It's soap. So I cleaned my belly ring with the Dial antibacterial soap, and I rinsed my lip piercing and my tongue piercing with the sea salt spray. Like not spray, the sea salt grinder. Like, I just got it, and I grinded it up, mixed it with water, washed it. Simple. But that covers my lip piercing, my tongue piercing, my first belly piercing, and my first nose piercing. So next I'm going to talk about my septum. So I got my septum pierced, and this one also kind of hurt. Like the actual needle didn't hurt that much, but the scissors thing, that hurt a lot. Like I actually like shed a little tear. My cousin was recording it for me, and I wish I still had the footage of that piercing. But like I shed a little tear because like it was squeezing so hard and it hurt like so bad. I literally had to just take a moment and I'm just like, go ahead and do it, go ahead and do it, go ahead and do it. Like that one really hurt so bad. And then it was cold outside and the piercing was getting cold and it was horrible. So he just took it and he put the thing right there, like, because the part that you pierce for your septum is like right in front of your bone, right in front of the bone. And he squeezed it. He stuck the breathing thing did not work for that piercing at all. So he stuck it through with the whoop. Now, this piercing is the one that actually gave me the most trouble. Because for some reason it wouldn't heal correctly. And I also kind of messed it up myself because I was in Myrtle Beach and it already was still kind of sore. I was in Myrtle Beach and I was on the pier, and you know how they sell like the little piercings on the pier, the little piercing jewelry on the pier. And I bought one. I bought the wrong gauge size. So the one I put in was actually bigger than the one I took out. So I was essentially gauging it myself and I couldn't figure out why it was hurting so bad. And so once I got back home and stuff, my nose had swollen up. Literally, my nose had swollen. Like this part of my nose was swollen so bad. I just thank God I didn't get a headache. I didn't get a headache, but this part of my nose was big, red, and swollen. I'm like, God, please, if you please let it heal, I'll take it out. I promise, please. Like, I really can't take this pain. So I actually, like, I was playing with it and I was pushing it. I'm like, I just really wanted some relief. So I pushed it one way and it's just like a bunch, like, sorry, trigger warning, a bunch of like infection and stuff came out. It was green, it was horrible. So I pushed all that out, and this is where the sea salt spray came in handy. I got some sea salt spray and I just kept spraying. Like every probably like hour I was spraying it just to make sure I can wash all that infection out. It healed beautifully. I did that. Literally, it healed so beautifully. But I took that thing out. I was like, God, please just let it heal. I took that thing out, threw it in the trash. It was over with. I was, you know what? No, I was done with that septum piercing. Done. That one took me through the most trouble. Literally, took me through the most trouble. Now, I'm going to talk about my second belly ring. So I ended up getting my belly ring done a second time. I actually got the second belly ring when I got a tattoo. I got those at the same time. So I got the second belly ring, same procedure, pierced the same way. But the only difference is I really can't remember why I took this one out, because I know it didn't split. Not to my knowledge. I don't think it split. I honestly don't know why I ended up letting my belly ring close. I can't remember. I know I always tell myself like I only have 2 piercings at a time, but I really don't remember why I took my belly ring out. I ended up having surgery like shortly after, and I have a scar. Like they literally had to cut through where my belly ring was. So, and I had, for a while, I had scar tissue there, so I couldn't even get it redone if I wanted to, but now it's like pretty much healed up. So I could get another one right there, but it's just so much going on in that spot right now that like I have a surgical scar there. I have scarring from where it split, and it's just, yeah, it's a lot going on right there. So I don't think I'm gonna bother it again. So, the next person I'm gonna talk about are my nipples. Now, I did get my nipples pierced. I don't have them anymore. But I'm going to talk about them because I kept them for 2 years. When I first got them done, I got this one done first. I remember this one, like, so pretty much piercings are pretty much done the same way. You have the scissor things and they clamp them and then stick it through, bring the jewelry through with the wool. The pain was horrible. It was bad. Like, it hurt a lot. And I'm not even going to sit here and lie to y'all. Like, it really did hurt. Like, it hurt. And then the thing about it is the second one hurt more than the first one did. And when I was asking my piercer, I was like, why did that second one hurt more? Like, both of them nipples, like, I don't understand. But he said the second one hurt more is because with the first one, like, my adrenaline is rushing. Like, I have those natural painkillers that's coming into effect. And once I actually, my necklace is twisted. Once I actually got the first piercing, all of that wore off. So that's why the second one hurt more. So I kept them for 2 years. I ended up taking them out when I had surgery, and that's because nipple piercings, they are so hard to like heal fully. I don't think just because of where they are and what they are, especially on women, I don't think they ever really fully heal, because I kept mine for 2 years and mine's never really fully healed. So when I kept having to have different procedures done when I was in the hospital, I kept having to put them in, take them out, put them in, take them out. And these things hurt. Like, if you snag your nipple piercing, if you keep having to push some things in, like, they hurt. So I had got to the point, I was already in other type of pain. So I was like, you know what? I'm done. Like, I'm not finna push them back in no more. I'm not finna worry about putting them back in no more. It's done. I had one of my nose rings at the time too. But I kept putting that one back in because I love my nose ring. So I love them too, but they had to go. They had to go. I would have eventually, you know, took them out anyway. But yeah, they had to go. So I don't remember when I got, well, I do remember when I got I think it was this one, this nose ring, because I have 2 nose rings. I got this one. Me and a friend, we went and got nose piercings at the same time. I got this one right here, and she got hers done. And then a year later, I wanted another piercing, but I couldn't think of something that I wanted, because obviously I had all of them except my, you know, cuckoo and my eyebrow. And I never wanted an eyebrow piercing. So I was like, well, I'll just get a second nose ring. So I got this one a year later. So now I have 2 nose rings. The thing was that I was going to wear a hoop in one and a stud in the other. But all the hoops that I've been buying, they either been too small, or they're not like, they're not like shaped the way that I want them to be shaped, because I just want a regular like hoop that can close. And yeah, so I just never really worried about it. I just have 2 studs in. This one likes to come out like that, and it likes to be hanging out like that, and I hate when it hangs out like that. So like, you'll be like, if you like know me in person, you'll see me all the time doing this right here, just pushing my nose ring back up in. I mean, I eventually want to find one that has a shorter bar, just so that it'll stay in easier. I take them out. I've had these the longest. I think I got this one back in, the first one back in like 2016. So that means I got this one like in 2017. So I've had them both for a few years now. So I just take them out, let them soak in either some sea salt solution, or mostly peroxide. Just some type of cleaning agent. I don't do alcohol. Alcohol is too aggressive. And even you can even just clean them with just water. Down soap. Just clean them with something. Just take them out, clean them, and put them back in. Simple. And yeah, these are the only 2 piercings I have now. They like, nose rings don't hurt at all. Same procedure. You take the clip, do the little thing. Nose piercings don't hurt at all. So if you want a piercing, but you're scared it's gonna hurt, get a nose piercing. Those do not hurt. Get a nose piercing, but on your nose, on your nostril, not the septum. The septum hurts. And I'm not even telling y'all this to try to scare y'all away from getting these piercings. I want y'all to get them. Go through it. Beauty is pain. But I'm just letting you know that this my experience with them. They hurt for me. Some of them hurt for me. But that covers all of my piercings. But I did want to just go over carrying. With my belly piercing, I use Dial soap. Predominantly Dial soap. With my nipple piercings, I use Dial soap as well. I just cleaned those when I was in the shower. I had the Dial hand soap in the shower, and I just washed those in the shower. For my tongue piercing and my lip piercing and my septum piercing, I use the sea salt spray. Well, no, I use the sea salt spray on my septum piercing, and I use regular sea salt rinses on my lip and in my tongue. For my nose piercings, honestly, I really didn't do much for them. They kind of pretty much just healed on their own. I used Dial soap just to clean them up like when I first got them. Every now and then, this one in the front, will go like it's gonna start hurting. So I start like, what did I put on it? Did I crush up like a Tylenol or something? I don't remember what I did for it, but it stopped hurting. Because this one is like the newest one, and every now and then it hurts sometimes, like if I snag it. But other than that, the care is pretty simple. Don't bother them. Don't, you know, the only time you even touch them is with clean hands, and you just like put them, like you would do this right here and that right there. Belly rings, shake it once. Nipple rings, push it through. Like, just move them a little bit, give them a little bit of movement, and leave them alone. Just let them do their own thing. Other than that, that pretty much covers the piercings aspect of my body mod. I'm going to do another video to go over my tattoos and the pain levels in the different areas, so you can stay tuned for that. Okay guys, thank you so much for tuning in to my video. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel, like my video, and let me know in the comments if you have any piercings, if you did any type of special care for yours, or if you had a different experience with your piercings. Let's have a conversation down in the comments. Share me with your friends. Don't keep me to yourself, because everybody loves me and I know they will too. So go ahead and share me with your friends. And of course, Nick Force is the best fan base on the planet.
You gon' be alright. You gon' be alright.